Today we will be discussing about interpolation by iteration. Now Newton's general interpolation formula may be considered as one of a class of method which generates successfully higher order interpolation formula. We shall now describe another method of this class due to A.C. Aitken, which has the advantage of being very easily programmed for a digital computer. Now suppose we are given n plus 1 points. N plus 1 points means x0, y0, x1, y1, x2, y3 and so on up till xn, yn, where the value of x need not necessarily be equally spaced. Then to find the value of y corresponding to any value of x, we proceed iteratively as follows. Obtain a first approximation to y by considering the first 2 points only. Then obtain second approximation by considering first 3 points and so on. So we denote the different interpolation polynomials by delta x, which suitable subscript, so that at the first stage of approximation we have del 0 1 x is equal to y0 plus x minus x0, x0 x1, which is equal to 1 upon x1 minus x0, y0 y1 x0 minus x, x1 minus x. Similarly, by symmetry we can obtain del 0 2x, del 0 3x and so on, and del nx. Next we form del 0 1 2 by considering the first 3 points. That is, del 1, we can say that del 1 0 2x will be equal to 1 upon x2 minus x1, del 0 1x, del 0 2x, x1 minus x, x2 minus x. Similarly, by symmetry we can obtain del 0 1 3x, del 0 1 4x and so on. So at the nth stage of approximation we obtain del 0 1 2 3 4 up till n x, this is equal to 1 upon xn minus xn minus 1, del 0 1 2 3 up till n minus 1 x, del 0 1 2 up till n minus 2 n x, x1 xn minus 1 x, xn minus x. So by Aitken scheme we will compute by arranging as in this table, Aitken scheme. X and y are given. First taking first 2 points, we get del 0 1x, del 0 2x, del 0 3x and del 0 4x. Then first 3 points, del 0 1 2x, del 0 1 3x, del 0 1 4x. And then next del 0 1 2 3x, del 0 1 2 4x. And final del 0 1 2 3 4 x. A modification of this scheme due to Naville is given in the following table. So Naville's scheme is partially suited for iterated inverse interpolation. So we, by considering x and y are given, by considering first 2 points, we get del 0 1x, del 1 2x, del 2 3x and del 3 4x. Again del 0 1 2x, del 0 1 del 1 2 3x, del 2 3 4x. Then next point will be del 0 1 2 3x, del 1 2 3 4x, and next del 0 1 2 3 4x. Suppose we have a function y is equal to log x base 10. So suppose x are 300, 304, we are taking just an example, 300, 304, 305, 307. So y will be 2.4, 771 and so on, just as you see in the table. So by considering first 2 points, we get 2.47, 855, 2.47, 854 and 2.47, 853. So next will be by considering first 3 points, we get 2.47, 858, 2.47, 857 and final will be 2.47, 860. So it is an obvious advantage of Atkins method, so that it gives a good idea of the accuracy of the result of any stage. Now next is inverse interpolation. Now suppose we are given a set of values of x and y. Of finding the value of x for a certain value of y is called inverse interpolation. When the value of x are at unequal intervals, the most obvious way of performing this process is by interchanging x and y in Lagrange's or Atkins method. Use of Lagrange's formula was already illustrated, so we may now solve this example by Atkins and Nevilla's scheme. So Atkins scheme, y given 4, 12, 19, x is 1, 3, 4. So by considering first 2 points, we get 1.750 and 1.600, and final will be 1.857. And similarly, we see that in Nevilla's scheme, this result also comes out to be 1.857. So we see that the both schemes lead to the same result. So in practice, however, Nevilla's scheme should be preferred for the simple reason that in this scheme these points which were nearest to x are used for interpolation at x equal to xr. It is of course important to remember that inverse interpolation is in general meaningful only if function is single valued in the interval. When the values of x are equally spaced, the method of successive approximation should be used. This method of successive approximation we will discuss later. Thank you.